Welcome to Plandish, where plans are flexible, the vibes are good, and the kids are suspiciously quiet. I'm Alexandra, a twin mom, routine realist, and your guide to kinda sorta getting it together. Let's dive into today's episode before someone spills their snack. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. We are back on this awesome Wednesday today. I am going over how parenting tiny humans changes your marriage and what it takes to still feel like teammates when you're just trying to survive bedtime. It's definitely not all date nights and deep combos, trust me. It's sometimes sending each other the same memes from the other room, and yes, that does happen quite a bit. Today, I'm joined by a very special guest. We're talking about what we thought marriage would look like with toddlers and what it actually looks like now. We're sharing what's working, what we're still figuring out, and how we find little moments of connection even when life feels like one very long diaper change. So buckle up. This one's going to be real, funny, and probably a little too relatable for you. So today's guest is my husband, my life partner, toddler wrangler, snack thief, and co-captain of this chaotic ship. We have been together for 10 years, survived 8 years of marriage, and by the way, he has seen it all. He has seen the twins' meltdown, my meltdowns, and every half-finished to-do list in between. So please welcome my ride or die, my diaper-changing teammate, and the only person who can convince me to record a podcast after the twins' bedtime, my husband. Welcome to the pod, Joe. Are you ready to talk about how we are totally winging this?
Winging it could not be more true. I want to go back. Snack thief. I like it.
You vulture on all our food.
I do vulture. Well, it's one of the benefits of having kids. I don't want to off track us too soon into the pod right off the bat, but one of the benefits of having kids is the unlimited snacks, not finishing nuggets, not finishing mac and cheese. So I'm not debating on the snack thief part. And you're totally right on winging it. I'm sure we'll get into this today on the pod, but teamwork.
Oh, yeah.
Teamwork. And yeah, I'm excited to be on here and kind of share from the husband side. I've been known as the husband on some previous episodes.
Husband.
Excited to share what I can, and hopefully it helps.
And your point of view.
Correct. Hopefully it helps some other parents out there. But yeah, very excited.
Awesome. So Joe, tell everyone a little bit about you. So what are you doing as the husband right now? What's your little background? I know I told we met at a concert, but what's about you?
Yeah, by day, a tech salesman, working from home, which is a blessing. You know, you get to see the kids in between demos. Since COVID hit, one of the better things that came from COVID was the ability for me to work from home. Never thought I'd do that, and at this point, I don't see myself ever going back to an office. But
no, you can't.
Yeah, no. Lululemon shorts and a polo is my wardrobe for the day. But yeah, I'm tech sales, which is basically my 9 to 5, and then I try to take the kids after that. So
we'll dive into that one.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Awesome, Joe. So we're gonna dive right into this. So first question, what did you think parenting together would look like before we had kids?
Rainbows and butterflies, cocktails on a Saturday night. No, truthfully, I don't think I knew exactly what parenting would be like. You always have an idea of it.
Yeah.
You hear the saying of, you're never ready, and truthfully, you really aren't.
No,
you
no
kind of just have to experience it when you kind of get in there. And I don't know, I'm sure you've told that we have twins. So
yes.
We don't know what single childhood is like. We can only know what the twins' life is like. But yeah, I don't think I had a true understanding. I maybe had some framework from TV shows or movies, but I definitely didn't think it would be as much work as it has been.
No chance.
I
thought we would be making lunches in the morning. Everyone would be eating. It would be la-di-da. I had no idea.
Yeah, and you really don't until you get in there. So I think we were ready for kids. We were ready for the idea of kids. And then if you asked me how we got today from the past 2 years, I don't know how we do it, but we somehow figure it out and, take it day by day. But
No, that's the truth. So, Joe, tell us, what was the most unexpected part of this phase that we're currently in with the toddlers? I know they're only almost 2 years old, but what's very unexpected about this whole parenting thing for you? And I'll tell mine.
Yeah, well, this is truthful, but how used to poop you can get. The smell of poop, especially coming from our kids, it's pretty bad, but also at the same time, I've almost gotten used to it in a weird way.
Yeah.
So that's unexpected.
So I'm just going to throw out here my most unexpected, like, you hear about toddlers getting frustrated in the tantrums, but that's pretty unexpected. I mean, we have one twin that, like, he'll listen, but Tate just...
They do it more for you, though.
Yeah.
They're less crazy around me sometimes, but if they see you, it's game over, and there's nothing I can do to stop.
It's got to be a mom thing, I swear. Like,
yeah, there's got to be science behind it, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's easy when I'm by myself and having to deal with it because they act good.
Yeah.
But when they're with you alone, you can't leave the room. So
I'm bringing back this question. I did this in my first episode of in the group chat, and it's, what's one thing we swore we'd never do as parents, but we totally do now?
I could probably name 10 things. I mean, screen time.
Yeah, that is a high up there. Eating the car.
Not raising your voice, hand up. I mean, I do have some Italian in me. I can't be blamed for that. Yes, no snacks in the car.
The Cheerios everywhere. That's a nightmare.
Until you're there, you can have these rules. What's the saying? You have a plan until you get punched in the mouth. You don't really know what your plan is until after you get punched in the mouth. That's kind of the situation here. And we did try to practice.
Yeah, we
getting
did.
prepared. I
we definitely
remember
did.
Have you, or I'd be fake changing a diaper, and I'd have you throw Cheerios at me, so it was a high stress situation. No,
I pretend to cry. Wah!
Yeah, those scenarios don't. You can't prep for the reality. We got one of those like fake baby dolls that we were going to try to change diapers on. The fake baby doll does not move, though.
No.
When you try and change it, or grab for things while you're changing their diaper.
No. So. And like the constant crying. Like you think like, oh yeah, the baby's crying, but when your kids are crying all day, every day, multiple days in a row, it gets to you. It does.
You gotta find solace you gotta find solace in the cries, though. You gotta find almost like a sweet spot.
So it says someone who hasn't been with them all day.
It's mental. It's all mental, though. And
that is true.
When you're trying to talk to each other and you're having to raise the voice at a higher octave just to get above the toddler cries, yeah, those get a little much. But,
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So the shift to teammates, that's the biggest thing here. So when did we realize we needed to start acting like actual teammates instead of two sleep-deprived zombies?
Is day one
that's
adequate answer? I mean, it's day one was you're thrown in, especially in the hospital. You had a C-section, so you were not able to move. The diapers in the hospital were one of the tough parts of the first at least couple days because you had no sleep.
Yeah, and you did all diaper changes for like a month because I couldn't like move at all.
Well, and this is going to be off-putting, but the dad couch, all dads, if there's dads out there listening, they know the dad couch. I'm also 6'2", 6'3"-ish. So doing that, changing diapers, and the poop early on is not poop. It's like some
tar.
kind of black tar, and I didn't do enough research, hand up. I wasn't even prepared with my bag when we left. That actually would be a funny story to tell.
Go ahead. Just go for it.
Well, my thinking I had more time than we did. I mean, you told me 100 times to get my to-go bag.
Every day. Get your bag ready. You don't know when it's going to be. Get your bag ready. And what happens? My water breaks, and guess what? He didn't have his bag ready.
Didn't have my bag ready. We were watching Severance. I think it was a Friday or a Saturday night. Or not Severance. It was Succession.
Yeah. Last episode, by the way. Last episode of the entire
10 minutes
series.
Left. 10 minutes left in Succession, which Severance and Succession, both great shows. It's pretty rare that we finish shows.
That is true.
It means they're really good. But yeah, there was 10 minutes left in the season finale. It was a Friday or a Saturday, so I had a couple of vodka tonics. And... It was go time, and I had to just put it into overdrive.
Yeah, it was wild. So, but one thing I will say, if you do not have a good foundation in a relationship, it is just going to amplify all your flaws. And when you're 3 a.m., you're both screaming at each other. The babies are screaming. So you need to lock it in. We've had to tell each other multiple times, like, lock it in. Like, you know, with baby Blue is postpartum. I was having a rough time. So Joe is definitely a really good foundation for me with that. And, you know, he would have his moment. You would have your moments too, where you would get so frustrated and you just know as a team member, like, okay, you know what? You have your time. I'm going to take the kids. You need to decompress and have your day. And yes, we're not perfect. We definitely will throw it back in each other's faces, but the foundation is there, right?
It mandatory. Yeah, we wouldn't be here today if we weren't strong teammates. I do think the 7 years of marriage we had previously to this helps.
Yes.
I don't know people that getting married and having kids right after that seems scary, but it's a good way to test how the foundation of that marriage is pretty early on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, teammates is probably communication and being good teammates might be two of the most important words that you can use when talking about raising kids with your significant other. And we have, not to, you know, do too many sports innuendos, but do your job. We have our roles. Routines, which I'm sure we'll get into today, scheduling routines. I'm a huge advocate for routines. Everyone knows their role, knows what they're doing, what they're good at.
True.
And it makes the day go much smoother when we kind of stay in our lanes. When we get outside of that routine is when things get wonky. But
no, for sure. That always happens with like a vacation. When you come back on vacation and you're just exhausted and your routine's off, and it literally, like, for me, it feels like it takes like a full week to finally get back on track, back eating healthy, kids all good. It's just
during the early days, though. You know, they're under 2 years old, which is, we're still in those early days.
It feels like 10 years.
We want to be able to say they're more independent than they are, but they still require us all the time. And those days will come. We'll get to that point where we're able to do a little bit more or be a little bit more spontaneous. But right now, I live off the routine of my day, and I really couldn't do without being scheduled.
Yeah, and our roles.
Keeping things, yeah.
So, like, Joe, like, what's like your roles in this house? Like, give like 2 or 3 examples.
I am self-acknowledging that I can't cook. I mean,
you can grill.
I'm talking in the kitchen, though. Meals. If there's 2 things going at once, I start to have a panic attack. If the stove's on, plus something's in the oven, even what were those, the HelloFresh meals that I would try doing, even with the instructions and the pre-cut ingredients, I would figure out how to make it too salty or it just wouldn't taste good. So for the benefit of the house, you do the cooking. Your cooking is 1,000 times better than mine.
Oh, thank you.
But, well, I mean, you know this. This is not new, groundbreaking news here. But I will take dishes, all house chores, janitorial/custodian.
Oh, God, here we go.
It's kind of my department in the house. But I have no problem doing it. And
no, for sure.
As long as I feel like I'm pulling my weight, there's a balance act between the whole thing. So.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely think the big part, yeah, like you said, is knowing your roles for sure. But then also there are times when I feel super exhausted or you feel super exhausted. And we kind of like, it's rare, but we do kind of flip a lot and help out with those roles. Like tonight was super helpful. I ended up doing dishes and you did the nighttime routine. So that was kind of nice because I got a break. I love the kids, but you know, get a little break. You get to spend time with them. I got to do something different. And I think that kind of helps balance every once in a while it out. But so connection versus survival mode. What is one thing how do we find little moments of connection when our lives are mostly scheduling, snacks, and bedtime, and meals?
Yeah, you got to make time for each other. Going back to, we don't have family down here, right? So we don't have the in-laws or parents to drop the kids off and do date night. If we do date night, we got to pay for a sitter or something like that. So it's not as easy as being able to just get some grandparent time in. So we have to find times during the day, little moments maybe during a nap, depending on obviously if it's a weekend or if it's a weekday. But even with the kids, going to brunch, doing stuff that we typically would do.
Yeah, to get out of the house.
Just bringing the kids with us. We like to go, I don't know if people know where we're at, going down to St. Pete, downtown Tampa, being as close to the water as we can. We have our pool back here as well. Admittedly, we don't hippo mode as much as we used to. where we would just sit out there for 8 hours without having to worry about anything else. So we do it with the kids now, though. But you find little moments during the day. At night when we unwind, we try to do it together. You did a puzzle. We worked on a puzzle recently.
Yeah. We've been trying to do like weekly, like our budget chats and like a weekly chat. If there's anything, I always say like bringing up to the meeting, like if I have any business stuff or he has any work stuff or budget or meals or just things going on, I think those weekly chats help. And yes, it's not every week, but we need to get better.
Family walks, little things like that. And just even talking about your day, what some of the struggles were, what Tate got into, what Brody was doing, talking about work, kind of unwinding. I know it sounds small, but it's a good way to stay connected and kind of regroup at the end of a long, busy day. Because you're working just with the kid. It's a different type of work.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm coming from selling software. We're meeting at the end of the day and just trying to find time for that connection is very important, and it's mandatory too. You got to find that time.
Yeah. And even aligning too at the end of the day, like on our parenting goals. Like for instance, today, like Brody, Tate's been hitting and we've been trying to like, do timeout, and they both are doing it back and forth. But today Brody decided right before bedtime to throw a shoe at Tate and then smack him on the head. So what do? We got to go to timeout. And the one thing that we're going to treat them with tonight is rubble so we could eat dinner in peace. But Joe ended up saying to Brody, if you don't give your brother a hug and apologize, we're not going to have rubble start. And then he started like crying. But at least like we both are on the same page with parenting. I think that at night too, talking about what happened, realigning our parenting views and goals, I think that is also important at night because, yeah, we don't want one person to think otherwise of how we reprimand or anything like that. But
parenting in 2025 is tough.
Oh my God.
It's changed, I think, so much, which I'm, curious if asking our moms, it's been a while though, since they've been in the thick of it. So, but parenting's definitely changed, and thank God for Google. Well, it's good and bad because you'll get 10 different answers in 10 different directions, but you can at least have an outlet to try and get some feedback or advice. But yeah, the discipline part will come with time. We're still work in progress. Tate does not respect any time out. He looks at it as
he laughs.
Doing time in the clink.
Brody will cry instantly. He will actually try to do great things and try to clean up after a timeout because he was so scared in the clink.
Yeah, Brody is afraid of the clink, but Tate does not respect the timeout chair. So
new challenges, new things we're working on, but
we're gonna have to break them for sure. But yeah, we're working on it.
But parenting is so different nowadays. It's not like our parents would. It was very hardcore timeouts, and even before our parents' generation, it was you got spanked or whatever. And now everyone's talk about their feelings and how are they doing it. I think there's a healthy balance between a timeout and talking through it. So that's also something we're navigating too, and that we'll continue to navigate for the next 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
But all right, so logistics overload, aka the mental load. And you've probably heard me talk about this a lot. I know I talk with my friends a lot about this, and I get there's probably dads that have mental loads that are out the window too. But when did you realize, or we realized, most of our conversations were just like, did you pack the kids' stuff? Did you refill the diapers? Did we order this for the dishwasher or something? So when did you realize that?
Well, thankfully you exist. You are the most planned-ish person that I know.
Thank you.
The lists on list. I mean, when I go on a trip, there is a Joe-specific packing list where if I did not have that...
I mean, admit it, you would be screwed.
I would forget contacts, deodorant, underwear.
He has almost forgot to pack underwear.
That was scary. Yeah. Thank goodness for the list, because I would have had no underwear on a 3 or 4 day conference for work, which would have been interesting. I guess I could have picked some up, but
yeah,
it still was good to have my own pair there. Yeah, so logistic-wise, I mean, you do handle most of that part of what did we do. And then house stuff, trash, restocking diapers. If I see something is needing to be replaced, I'm a big inventory person of making sure everything is stocked. Because nothing worse when you're at the diaper changing table and there's no diapers. Mm-hmm. Baby is butt out on the table.
Hand in poop.
And you got to go to the closet and get more diapers. So, Yeah, the scheduling part you definitely take, but just try to fill in where I can.
Do you think let's say like I went on vacation for like a week and I didn't leave you with anything. Like,
is this kids or no kids?
With kids, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Could you figure out like, I mean, obviously a schedule
Totally.
of doctor's appointments, but like restocking, like thinking about like certain things. Let's say
I
for a month.
wouldn't leave the house, so
Yeah.
I would, and the kids would probably be in their play zone. I mean, 100% could do it.
No, I know.
Without a doubt.
Like I know.
I'd cut out the riffraff or the fluff. That would be part of it. It would be very regimented, and it would be very much, they'd be in their play zone.
So when you say fluff, like I used to be annoyed with that, but I completely agree. Like I do add in a lot of shit that probably on a day-to-day basis is not going to move a huge needle. And I don't know why. I think it's just the way I'm programmed as a mom,
Our brains
as a
are
person.
just different, which is,
it is
yin
true.
and yang, though, is...
Yeah. And you definitely bring me back down to earth, and sometimes I also make you realize other things, so it's just it's a give and take. But yeah, this mental load, it's talked about so much, like especially I've been seeing a lot of like women's groups and everything about, it's even down to birthday parties, kids' play dates, I don't know, stupid stuff like, do we have enough food for the kids or can I make something out of it? I know it's ridiculous because yes, I can do a box of mac and cheese, but in my head, part of this mental load is like, oh wait, they had mac and cheese 2 days ago and I don't want them to have so many carbs, or is it healthy enough? Like that's what goes on in my head, which to you it probably is like
they'd be on Similac, which is the milk that the formula the hospital supplies you at day one. They probably would be still on Similac versus eating gourmet sweet potato nuggets that you slave away in the kitchen for. If it's my turn for dinner, it's pastini because they'll eat it, mac and cheese,
That's pastina, by the way.
and nuggets.
Yeah.
And I would feed that to them every single meal for a week until he got home.
What about them trying new foods?
That's again something where you would come and play, and like, we're talking the week that you're gone. It's staple meals.
For sure.
We're hitting the ball down the fairway. I know you know not to do too many sports innuendos on your podcast. I'm sorry, that's two already. But the basics that would get me through solo parenting. I don't know how people do that.
Have you done it for an overnight?
Have I done it for an overnight? I don't think I ever have. If I did it once, and I immediately called my mother to come down.
I think your mom came into town.
Yeah, immediately I booked my mother down to come help me because you were. Forget where you were.
But they were also newer born babies at the time. Oh no, it was a bachelorette party I was on.
I would have to not have work during the day because obviously that's throws something into it too. But over a weekend, I could definitely do it. Especially now at this age. The first year, you're keeping these two things alive. Now they're playing with me. It's pretty cool to have sons. I had 3 sisters growing up, so this is like everything I ever wanted and more. I would have been happy with girls too, for the record, but to get that son connection and to start seeing some of that, they're playing catch, wrestling at night, or
doing golf
putting
swings.
them on my shoulder. Yeah, they're both practicing their golf swings already, which I cannot.
They put 2 hands together and go whoosh. It's so funny.
I cannot wait for them to get golf going on their side. But yeah, I mean, I like to downplay myself. I mean, my skills are fully there as a dad. But solo parenting, though,
it's rough on anybody.
I don't know how those people out there do it. If they're a solo parent, they get as much credit as I can humanly give.
And relying on your support groups, communities, I think that's what you have to do. But regardless, this mental load, so that's why like in my weekly flow, I have this delegation and mental load radar, which we are starting to implement like about once a week. And it's this whole piece of paper, literally. And it has a lot of mental load things. I try to come up with a lot. And you put your name by at the top. And you can delegate who that should go to. And we kind of go over this mostly every week. For instance, like you are on diapers, making sure to restock of items. I am on groceries. That's kind of my whole thing. Pantry clean out, all that. So it's kind of helpful to have something in front of you and to know, again, your roles, know what to look out for. But
there's things you don't like doing.
That is true.
Dishes is not your...
Oh, I hate dishes.
And I kind of, in a weird, sick way, don't mind doing dishes.
You pop in a podcast.
I do. I'm a big podcast guy.
Who's the best one?
No free ads. Well, Plandish. Plandish. But yeah, I can find solace in doing the mundane tasks where grocery shopping, I would rather sit on a bed of nails. I mean, I don't have
here.
any. Besides Trader Joe's,
That is true.
No free ads, but I will give a shout out to Trader Joe's. It is one of the best.
You used to hate going in errands, and so did I, because we used to do it every week together, and it was the freaking worst. But we went to Home Goods the other day. We did a Starbucks run, and we went grocery shopping together in the first time in so long, and we both admitted, like, that was a fun errand day.
I think I admitted after, though, that it was because it had been so long that I've done that. But
you like wandering Home Goods, too.
if we
Don't
do
lie.
Home Goods two or three times a month, though, it wears on me. There's nothing worse than a bottomless mimosa brunch.
Oh, well, that.
Followed up by a trip to Floor & Decor. Followed by a trip to Costco. And then finishing it off with Target. Target is, I know it's one of your favorites.
Oh, God.
It's just not for me. I do not get the allure of the Target shopping sprees.
It's literally not even Target itself. It's wandering. Having the time to wander. Like, I don't like taking the kids there. I like having my iced coffee. I love roaming the halls. Was it Magnolia table or whatever? Her stuff is great. I love feeling the pillows. And I look at crap and I'm like, I do come home, not gonna lie, with a lot more than I need.
During fall and Christmas, I'm about it.
Yeah.
Fall and Christmas, I'm about it. But in the middle of June, I don't know. But running errands, it's a love-hate for me. If I don't do it for a while, it's a cool family outing. But
okay, we're doing Home Goods tomorrow.
Yeah, not by choice, but yeah, we have to find a new, what are those called? Bar cart.
Bar cart, yep.
We lost another wine glass, R.I.P.
We it was my fault. I let the kids, like, they had their play zone, and we had gate the play zone. And I let them get on their bikes, their little indoor bikes, and ride around the entire house because they love doing that. Now, we do have a bar cart with, like, wine glasses, and I blocked it a little bit with stuff, but Brody snuck really close in there and likes to pretend it's a xylophone, and I lost another one.
Well, for the record, we're not really supposed to, our whole house isn't baby-proofed. I think that's an impossible task. I don't know who lives in a fully baby-proofed house. The amount of work we had to do to just baby-proof that room again after the getting rid of the cribs, that's been a whole thing. But
yeah, that has been a woof.
Yeah, it's been a woof. That's another podcast in amongst itself as far as the sleep training goes.
Same time next week?
I mean, I don't have advice on that one. It's cross your fingers and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I don't think there's advice out there. If somebody does have advice, please reach out because we are all ears.
Yep.
We got to figure out the sleep training. It was actually really funny. Today, who was it? Tate falling asleep on the rocking chair.
Yeah, fully on the rocking chair.
Looked like me taking a nap watching golf on a Sunday. I was like, that actually looks pretty comfortable.
And Brody fell asleep in Tate's bed.
Yeah.
Which, hey, as long as they're asleep, they're not crying anymore, which is great. Like, Tate was crying at the door for the longest time, and now
no crying, but he's just sleeping on the floor. It's like anywhere but the bed, which I don't, you would assume the bed would be the goal.
I know, because it's hot on the carpet. He wakes up like sweaty.
Yeah, I could never sleep. And my bed is, the best part of the day is getting into that bed and going, So he'll get there. Yeah. He'll figure it out. He's a smart kid.
All right, I'm going to move on to something I call rapid fire. I'm going to...
I've heard this on previous episodes.
Yeah.
I like this.
So I'm going to give you something, and you just tell me what comes to mind first, okay?
All right, let's bring it.
And I didn't have him prep for this, by the way. Or did I? No, I didn't have you prep.
My prep for this was pretty minimal. I don't know if that's good or bad. I gave you a packet. Yeah, I did get a packet, but if I can't talk about my kids or my own life without it being scripted, I don't know.
You ChatGPT'd this whole thing.
No, I did not. You would know.
All right, rapid fire. So what is your snack MVP for you?
Snack MVP? God, where do I start?
You can give 3 if you want.
Well, I mean, define snack too. I think there's categories of snack. There's like healthy snack. I'm a big fruit guy. I really am. When I'm trying to lock in on my diet.
Yeah, you are very good with fruit.
I'm big on apples,
blueberries,
blackberries, blueberries, you name it. I will crush box after box of fruit.
Okay, what about something savory?
Now, that's what I'm saying. That's not all the time. That's when I'm like, post Father's Day, I got to do something or I will spiral on this food train I'm on. Sour Patch Kids is number one. Anybody that knows me.
Okay.
Anybody knows me, Sour Patch Kids, Skittles, anything of that fruity candy.
You're a candy man. You're not a chocolate guy. You're definitely a candy
M&Ms, though, if I get a good bowl of M&Ms.
That's candy.
Oreos, I am not allowed
Oh, God,
Oreos
here we go.
because I will devour the sleeve in one night. I mean, I don't have willpower. So the biggest thing for me, if I have it in the house, it will be eaten. If I don't have it in the house, it's the only way for me not to eat it. But favorite snack for sure, any kind of gummy.
But like tonight, let's
fruity
say like
candy.
what's your snack go-to going to be tonight?
Peanut butter pretzels
Okay.
is usually a pretty good staple item because I feel like I could eat enough of those without it being bad for
Yeah.
me. I'm not at the point where I have to be super cautious about what I eat, although I should start to. You were kind of upset. I got my blood results back, and it was a clean bill of health. They'd never seen
Yeah, it's
anybody
absolutely
healthier in their
insane.
entire life.
He doesn't get blood work done for like 10 freaking years. Gets
Never
his
seen a
blood work
doctor in
done,
10
and he
years.
eats candy like nobody's business. And you do eat healthy, mind you. You do. You lock in. You could do
During
it
the
but
week, I'm as good as it
This
can
is
be. So.
coming off of football season with beer
Football
and all
season's
this
bad.
crap, and he had perfect blood work, and it was so annoying. Well, I'm not annoying. I'm very happy and thankful, but like mine was not as superb, and I'm the one who's trying to eat healthy. But I think that was just my body hormones after pregnancy. We're gonna call it that.
I mean, I could probably go the full day just grazing. I'm a big grazer. I'm a drive-by grazer where
yeah.
if I pass that snack cabinet, I'll grab a couple Starbursts. I'll grab M&Ms. I'm a big walk-by grazer, which is good and bad.
Yeah.
But
We
because
got
by the time I know it on a Saturday, I'm like, where did all the Starbursts go? Oh, that's right.
this is still Father's Day candy. After that, we're taking a little
Yeah,
break.
because this is non-football season is when I lock in or supposed to. I used to call it my football diet. And it's, I mean, you hate it. You hate me saying this, but football is coming.
I know.
It is upon us.
I know. He's already
July
starting
is
to.
starting to get, you get your fantasy. We're not doing sports podcast here. But anyways, I was about to dive into all that.
But
so.
it is June.
It is June.
It
Yes.
is June. We
And
got 2 months.
the question again was, what is your favorite snack?
Yeah, let's get
Yeah,
back,
we're
on
back
track here.
We do this. We have a tendency to do this. So.
All right. Toddler behavior right now. Is it normal or concerning for you?
I would say extremely normal. Now, I don't have anything to base this off of, though. Keep that in mind. I don't think I've seen a child or a kid their age probably since my sisters, and I was
We've seen
6?
crazy ass kids everywhere we go.
Yeah, but on a daily basis, though,
Yeah, I think they're pretty good boys for.
extremely good boys. Yeah, I mean, I've got my days where I don't know how to handle my emotions. They're not even 2 years old yet, and I'm 33, and I still struggle with that. So I cut them a lot of slack. I do look at us as easy parents, but I would consider this totally normal.
Yeah. Okay, what is your bribe of choice for the boys?
I'm still trying to figure that out. I think when you brought up if we took away a rubble,
Yeah,
gotta
Brody got
have that-
upset. Brody got he did a frown and then immediately cried.
but I was kind of inside like, okay, we've got something now
For
where
him,
maybe he will listen.
not Tate.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out Tate's, and they don't. The native tongue, I think you brought it up on your last episode. Once that
You
happens,
listen.
of course,
I'm just kidding.
every Wednesday morning, until they can talk, that's, they can't really tell their feelings. So I definitely cut them more slack or try to. If I'm in the moment, sure, I might say, but at the end of it, I'm like, okay, they're not even 2. They can't speak to us. So the language barrier part is real.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. So we don't really have anything that we bribe them with. I mean, I guess if you want to do pacifiers, but we don't really use those during the day either. So we're TBD on that one. I haven't had anything that will stick
Yeah.
with them where they're going to listen most times or not. But really, we're not at that point yet. I don't
No.
think bribery needs to come into it, but we'll figure that out. There will be things when they get older. Yeah.
Okay. Last 3. Rapid fire.
Okay.
What is your love language?
Tasks, chores.
So, what is that one?
Yeah, I'm not
Service,
caught
acts
up
of
on
service.
my love language.
Your acts of service. So, yeah, that's definitely acts of. Okay. And which
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I know when you're stressed, all of a sudden I lock in. I'm like, okay, I'm going to clean the kitchen. I'm going to do the dishwasher. It's like something weird I do because I know that's what makes you happy. Like, I know when you
it's
clean
more
house.
so my OCD. It scratches my OCD itch. It's
Yeah.
not probably a great thing, and that's one of
No,
the things.
in the grand scheme of things, it's so much better to have that than a dirty ass house.
But pre-kids, post-kids, there are some days where you don't have time to do everything, and you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
I still struggle that it's okay to have a little bit of mess here and there.
But what do you say every single night? We want to close the house down like we're closing a restaurant. Because it's nice to wake up.
It is a lot easier when you wake up and your day is off to a strong foot.
Yeah.
But it depends. You really can't do everything every single day. There's going to be times when you can't. And I think that's my biggest struggle, is trying to find the medium between being too OCD and
just saying F it.
Yeah, and just saying F it. And there are nights, you know it.
Yeah.
There's nights where I'm like, I cannot do anything. I'm going to bed. And
I know.
It's like 7:30 and I'm out.
But I can always tell whenever you lay on the couch, it's like game over.
Oh, I can't recline. No.
You can't.
And it could be 10 in the morning.
It could
be 2 in the afternoon.
I know. I'm like, okay, he's done. He's
If
out.
that couch starts going, you hear the couch just reclining back. I can't help it. It just goes to that dad nap mode. I'm the king of a good 10, 15-minute nap.
Yeah.
I can pull that off pretty good.
Yeah, I know you could.
Yeah. This was supposed to be rapid fire, by the way. And
All right.
yeah.
I have 2 more. What is your self-care move? Like, what's your skincare self-care? Or, I said skincare, but I mean self-care.
Well, shockingly,
It is skincare.
Well, I don't. If this is embarrassing to admit on a
No.
podcast, we are international. By the way, I don't know if your listeners know.
We are.
We are an international podcast, but I actually surprisingly do have a decent face and skin routine.
No, your skin is absolutely freaking perfect. For all the candy.
Shout out to Elizabeth too for guiding me through that. But yeah, my face Sundays is like
Elizabeth
a big,
is his mom, by the way.
Yeah. Sundays is a big self-care day in general if I can get to it. Getting my stuff done, so Monday morning I'm clean shaven, showered, ready to go. But yeah, my face routine is a daily thing that I like doing.
No, that's actually really good. I think more guys should be doing that because it's just...
I used to not. I used to be
better for
Purell
age.
on my face.
Yeah.
Call it a day, or aloe vera used to be my skincare routine.
Aloe vera is still good, though. It's actually like a
Not
good
as
antibacterial.
Not as a daily lubricant,
Yeah.
though. So,
All right.
anyways.
What is one thing that is saving your sanity this week? And you can say like anything.
So I've got outlets, which thank goodness that I do have the outlets. I mean, sports is the biggest one for me. I'm a huge podcast guy. I cycle through probably about 4 or 5, depending on the season, where I can just put a podcast in and kind of zone out and do chores. I do like playing golf. I'm not good at it, but I do like going out and playing. Try to do it maybe every 2 weeks. And then, I mean, admittedly, a good video game or two is always a good unplug.
Yep.
I think that's more our generation too. Hopefully I'm not the only person that's
So what's your
still
video
doing
game
that.
of choice right now?
It's tough. I mean, I have friends that will play Call of Duty and Warzone, NCAA if I want to turn my brain off, or Tiger Woods golf is also a good one. Anything I don't got to use my brain. Video games against other people, it's too hard these days. You got to actually like be focused and locked in. I like to have an unwinding time.
I got you.
Yeah.
We all do.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to go into my favorites of the week. And this week is favorite little marriage wins. And that's what all this is centered around. So I got a couple answers from people. And one is a real convo that doesn't get interrupted. That's pretty good. Another one said laughing at something the kids did instead of snapping. So that's...
We do that a lot, though. The kids are hilarious.
Yeah. Another one said TV show we watched together in bed, which
Common.
is literally us.
Righteous Gemstones.
Mm-hmm. And then...
We just finished Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, we did.
Hilarious
It's
show.
like I never...
We should do a recommended... One episode should be what TV shows we recommend.
We're recommending Righteous Gemstones. Like, that is hilarious.
I think I said this in the beginning. It is hard for us to finish a show. I could probably name them on 2 hands.
We're
It
so
wouldn't be more than 10.
exhausted at the end of the night.
And I admittedly, I bounce out. If it's not captivating me, I bounce.
Yeah.
And then I go, you got to finish this one on your own. But yeah, there's probably 5 or 6 that I would highly recommend. But Righteous Gemstones was fresh.
For this week.
We're
so
actually
good.
restarting that one again because it's just so
I know, it
freaking
actually
funny.
Baby
God.
Billy or Baby
Oh,
Billy is
Baby
like...
Billy's Baby
he needs his
Bobble
own-
Bonkers.
He needs his own
Or
show.
Teen Teen Jesus in Nazareth.
Yeah. All right. And the last person said surprising each other with something small. And that's cute.
It's the small stuff too, though.
So-
it doesn't have the grand gestures all
I
the
agree.
time.
So what's your favorite little marriage win this week?
From the ones you listed, or
No, just for you in general. What's like a marriage win that we had this week?
I think still a win in but this bedtime stuff has been a huge job for us to tackle, and getting the kids to not be crying right now. It's 8:21 on a Friday night, and I hear now they're not in their beds. We just looked on the camera. They're still on the ground, but those little wins of just getting the kids in bed, getting everything done at a reasonable
our dishes
time.
are done. We ate dinner, and by the way, we are sleep training our toddlers again because we took their toddler rails off and they're sleeping. They're able to get out of their bed, so. Yeah, this is actually kind of nice. The house is quiet. And then once we are filming this on a Friday. So when we're done with this, I'm about to have a cocktail.
Me too. We should actually do an episode where it's Friday night cocktail hour.
Oh, we should.
Now that we've got this first one under our belt.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Next, we are moving into the group chat. I did put these out on Threads and Instagram. I did it on Back to Home Base and then also Plandish. So this is what I already put out. Finish this sentence. And now it's quote unquote romance after kids looks like.
Ooh.
Yeah. Somebody said lunch dates, which is cute.
Okay.
I like that. I would actually like to do a lunch date with you.
I don't. During
I know
the
I
week,
have
I don't even
kids.
eat lunch sometimes.
I know you don't, but
It's a good idea. I'm not bashing anybody who hopefully we don't know this person, but.
no, I like lunch dates.
Okay.
Next person said sharing ice cream cones with husband.
That's
kind of cute.
Are we licking the same cone?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty defensive of my ice cream.
No, you get on my ice cream. You always want to try to get on mine and have a bite, and it's like half a thing.
I'm kind of mad the ice cream guy hasn't been back around after I cleaned the truck out the
Oh my
other
God,
day.
we had an ice cream truck literally go through our
The
neighborhood.
old-fashioned kind, like that plays the music. I
Yeah.
don't think I'd seen one in probably, I think I've seen one here before, but it's been a while.
Joe was quote unquote so busy with work, couldn't come out, and then all of a sudden he's darting down the street.
I put my flip-flops on so quick and ran down there. He also didn't have many of the flavors on the truck, so
Yeah.
we got to get him to improve his game. It is the start of summer. Today actually is, I think tomorrow's the official first day of
The 20th.
summer, apparently, to the calendar.
Longest day, actually.
So,
Summer solstice.
yeah, I don't know about sharing ice cream. Again, hopefully these aren't people that we spend time with outside of in social time that wrote these in,
Anonymous.
but okay.
Another person said trip to Hawaii.
I've been pushing for Hawaii for a long time. It's far, though.
My only thing is, yes, like you need 2 days for us to get out there because you have to fly cross country and then to Hawaii, but we also are so close to the Caribbean. I want to go to
different,
the
though.
Caribbean with some places with you, too.
It is different. And I haven't been to Hawaii in a long time, but I did go a couple times. Used to live out in Oregon, so it was a quicker flight. Mm-hmm. It's different. It's just a different vibe. But you're right.
Is it like still like I don't know? I've never been, and I really don't know
yeah,
much about
it's
it.
tropical.
Tropical weather, yeah.
But more Pacific tropical than down in, by the Bahamas or Caribbean. It's just different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Someone said small gestures often, which is cute, like small wins, small things.
Should be the theme of this. Yeah.
It is. And another person said taking a day off work to spend time together. That's actually good. We actually did that. Went back when I was postpartum. You took a day off work. I took a day off work, and we went to what is that Tiger Woods place? That the putt.
Oh yeah, very fun. I forget that it's Top Shot or something or
No,
Shot Top.
I forget what it is.
Top Shot.
Regardless,
Top Shot.
it was a fun date. Like I think
we need grandparents though. I mean,
I know that's the thing.
We have nowhere to put these kids. Although a babysitter once in a while, like we got to be more open to doing that. It's just budgets and
it is
timing, and it's harder to find a sitter than you would think
for twins. But like at the same time, yeah, it really does come down to money. Like it just like if you want to go out, you're pretty much paying the exact same thing, if not more, for a sitter. But regardless, that was still fun.
It's a
to
great
do.
idea. Great idea.
So what is for you, Joe? Romance after kids looks like?
Romance after kids, making sure you're really good about locking the bedroom door.
Jesus Christ.
Wink, wink. Finishing each other's sentences. Not because we're in sync or anything like that, but...
we did have a same thought today, which was so weird. Like, I was thinking it and you were saying the same thing. It was very odd.
More so, though, when we finish each other's sentences, just trying to remember what we were saying before the toddlers started screaming. Getting the kids to bed at a reasonable hour, that just gets me going. That's basically foreplay for me at this point. No, but being honest, it's more deeper than that. Doing kind of the exhausting stuff, diapers, dishes, doctor's appointments. And while I'm doing those things, still looking over and getting those day one feelings. Yeah, I know.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really. Yep, really, really. And I think, we've mentioned this a couple of times, but not doing the grand gestures Sometimes it's just bringing you that cup of coffee in the morning without asking.
Was like, honestly, I was like, oh my God, what is happening?
Yeah. So it's all the above.
Nice.
It's gotten even better somehow in a weird kind of way.
I think I don't know about you, but I feel like the past 2 years, I feel like we are finally feeling like we are catching up on sleep. I don't know why,
Sleep
but
has been good. Yeah,
But like the 7 o'clock that we have on it, for instance, a weekday is so different because we're in bed early. We're getting shit done. The house is getting cleaned up. But the weekends, like, it is nice. I love watching a show with you. I love cuddling on the couch. It's so nice outside. I mean, granted, like, we've had some thunderstorms, but going in the pool in the evening, that we gotta pick that back up.
We gotta get that going again. I know pool season is upon us. It has been upon us, but yeah, and it's really cool to see these two humans that we have made, a combo of us both. Pretty wild when you really get too deep into it, but
yeah,
I think that's romantic in a way as well. So kind of all the above. I don't know. You just got to find the little moments throughout the day to still be connected.
Yeah, and feel seen, because that's like the biggest thing is like, yes, we both are stressed. Yes, we're tired in completely different ways, and both ways are completely valid. But just more so like, I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you.
Try not to keep score too, because that's never a great thing. I think that's one of the things we struggle with the most. Well, I wouldn't say the most, but it is something that we think about of like, hey.
Oh, God, yeah.
We got to do scheduled breaks and different things like that. And again, it goes back to we've got two of them versus one. One can't be on while the other's off, because if Brody's getting attention, then Tate wants attention. If Tate gets attention, Brody wants attention. So, teamwork, communication, finding time for romance.
Yeah.
All things that are important.
Yeah. So that's a wrap. But whether you're parenting twins, toddlers, teenagers, grown adults, or just trying to have a conversation without someone asking for something, you are definitely not alone here. But the truth is, it's not about perfect communication or romantic getaways, even though I still want one. It's about the tiny glances, tag team tantrums, and random hugs in the kitchen while the mac and cheese boils over. Those 10-second hugs are very nice. But marriage in this season is very less rom-com-y and more reality show with commercial breaks. But it's also filled with the quietest and funniest and realest moments that you can pull closer if you let them. So, Joe, thank you so much for surviving twins with me, toddler tantrums, and now podcasting, Mike.
I can knock this off of my bucket list. I can't personally wait to listen to myself this Wednesday while I'm getting my day going, because that's going to be kind of a crazy...
It's kind of fun. Like, I'm not going to lie. I listen to my podcast Wednesdays every morning, even though I've already heard this and edited a bit. Like, I listen to it, and it's kind of like a little pump up. Like, you get pepped. But
yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for having me on. Hopefully, I added enough good structure to be used.
Everyone knows who the husband is now.
Yes, and I think being on more episodes is in my future if I pass the test on this one. Yes. We'll let the audience decide.
Ooh, let's put out a poll.
Should Joe be on future episodes or not?
I'll put that out Thursday. Give her one a day.
Block my mom from doing multiple votes. So, anyways.
But Joe, you are the calm to my chaos, my partner in this very planned-ish life we are building. One mess, meltdown, and microwave meal at a time. Thank you all for listening to us laugh through this mess. And if you're lucky, get lucky. Or get 5 minutes to talk about something besides diapers. But I love it. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week. If nothing else, you showed up. And that's the most planned-ish thing you can do. Subscribe, share it with your chaos crew, and I'll see you next week.